Hi, YouTube. We might have a little bit of an interruption. If we do, I'll just work through it. It's been one heck of a week. We've had a head cold around here yesterday. Remember I told you I was having problems with my internet service with loading and uploading and, it was buffering, that type of thing. Well, Mr. MBB333 had put out a notice this morning where it was like 500,000 Facebook and Instagram users couldn't get into their accounts. Well, last night, Doug had went to another town to a friend's house to use their phone to call in our lack of internet service, so that must have just been our provider. But this morning he was locked out of his Facebook account. I wasn't, but he was. So he ended up having to redo his password and all that stuff. Come to find out, that isn't what it was. So yeah, I wonder if any of you were going through that. I saw that 007 from the Canary Islands, his internet had been down. He must use somebody's net and got on or something and told us that he had somebody that was supposed to be coming to fix it. Looks like he got his fixed, and mine's online, but it's slow. Like right now, I'm trying to pull up YouTube to get into the studio, and it just keeps buffering. I'm going to see. Yeah, I'm going to stop it. Maybe that's weird. Maybe if I refresh it, it'll reload. I don't know. Things have just been really weird. Plus, washer problems, dryer problems, just like, yeah, it's been kind of crazy around here. Do you ever talk to an adult where yeah, we all kind of sometimes have short tempers or whatever, but that their brain is more just childlike response, continuously, not something that's like maybe once in a while or something like that, but it's just so. I was thinking about the amount of men that act like little girls and women. I don't mind babying a man if he acts like a man, but if he's acting like a child, I'm not gonna baby it. Really. You could be laying there bleeding if you were acting, okay, maybe not laying there bleeding, but you know. So when do boys get PMS, and when does it end? Their menopause, because we all know that men and boys are being taught that they have a female side in there that they need to get in touch with. Trust me, it's time for you to stop touching on that spot. There's too much of that. There's not enough, I would call, not like macho man, but more the rugged type, like take the lead, self-confident, but we have these agorant entities. Here's a scenario I had heard, or a story that I had heard from Simon Jacobson. He was talking how he was talking in their temple or wherever he was at a speech, and after the speech, this man came up to him and was asking him all kinds of questions. Well, that wasn't a problem. It's just that with the amount of questions and the short amount of time that they had, he said to this fella, well, why don't we meet for lunch? Then we can go deeper into this. Well, the guy still kind of argued with him, but finally agreed to have the lunch. So just and a mutual friend of theirs had said that this man in all his ignorance acted more agorant, like he covered up his ignorance with agorance, like he knows it all already. So you can't tell somebody something like that, you know. And that is true. I've seen that a lot. Or one stupid will say something stupid, and the other idiot will agree to it. They're both agorant and they're both stupid, you know. When's it ever going to end? You can't tell these people anything when they figure they already know it all. So he met with this guy, and there was no conversation because he could not, with all the years, decades of his experience and studying and what he's done, it didn't matter to this person. He had it like laid out for him where he had the proof where he could have showed him everything they were talking about. And this moron did not want to take the opportunity to learn the information because he already knew everything. But he didn't, you know. There's no conversation there. You cannot have a conversation with somebody like that. I have somebody like, yeah, you can't make love to it. You might as well F it or F it up because um, people are weird, I swear. Anyway, cheers. Lots of water, a little bit of coffee this morning, not much, you know. The other night I got up, it helped. I had some of the Alka-Seltzer cold and medicine, you know, you stick it in the water and it bubbles, and had one of them, and unfortunately it had like, I think, orange flavoring or something I was allergic to, so it helped me, but it hurt me at the same time, so yeah. I don't know. I can't say I'm at my wit's end because I don't think my wit ends, but I'm at an impasse with certain people. I will never trust them again. Anytime I have, or I can't even soften my heart to certain people. I would be a damn fool if I did, you know, because that's what ends up in the end. Some people you just can't trust with your heart, and you'd be foolish if you did. If they have patterns that they've shown you, it doesn't matter what they say. That's what it is, you know. Ever ask somebody a question and you don't get a yes or no answer? Yeah. That's it's so easy. Things are like yes or no when you ask somebody a question and it's a definitive, it's easy. Like, is this a bottle? Yes or no? You know? Anything else inserted in there is unnecessary. But Anyway, so you can tell I'm probably tell I'm not feeling the greatest, and yeah, no, I'm not, but I thought I'd take a little time and say hello, so you know I'm still alive and kicking, you know. And that outdoor cat that has the broken leg snuck out on me again today, so I don't know, I swore that if she gets pregnant, she's not coming in here again, so I don't think I can do that again. Wow, that was too much, you know. 3 months of pregnant cat and kitties, and then see the worst of it is finding them homes and then having people look at me like I was a negligent pet owner, and it's not even my cat, you know. It's like, nah. So I probably still got the paperwork around from taking care of my cat. Both of them that were in here. One I went and had her for 20 years, and I got her fixed. And that my dog was never out of my sight. I didn't have to get her fixed because she was never out of my sight. But I did take her to the vet, and I took her and got her teeth cleaned, and, you know, she had her first shots. She didn't, and rabies because we traveled, but that's about it, you know. But taking care of other people's animals and then getting punished for it, it's like living with a narcissist, for Christ's sake. I don't need more of that, you know. I'm sure that there's plenty of people that are just livid with me, disgusted, because I won't overlook their fleshly desires that they can't control, and I keep telling them the woes onto them because of it. But they don't want to control themselves. They want to blame me, because if you don't believe the scriptures, what the scriptures tell us to do, then stop reading the fucking book. That's all I can tell you, because it's not the book for you. That's all I can say. If you don't want to abide by what God tells us to do, don't blame me for it. Go find another master to serve, because you're not doing it right this way, so why pretend that you are? You know? It's pretty simple, isn't it? If it's not simple, ask for help. If you can't ask for help, you're reading the wrong book. So whatever. First, you have to have faith that what you're preaching is what you actually believe, because if it isn't, you're a liar just to yourself, just with that. And everybody else. Don't you feel foolish lying to people out here? I would. Well, yeah. I probably, well, right now I probably got at least, and this is the minimal, a half a dozen men mad at me because they can't control themselves in different ways. You know? One's just mad at me because he's mad, but the other ones follow suit because they hear their master's voice, you know. So, yeah, be mad at her. She's just telling you the right way to go if you want to live in a society that values families. If you don't, well, then I'm not the type of person for you. And my book isn't your kind of book. There's one called, well, it's fake. but it's the necromancer, you know, or Mancy. There's been several copies. Different countries have had their own renditions of the Book of the Dead, which used to be considered the Book of Life in Egyptian times, but they call it now the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and that isn't what it was, but, you know. But then when you have recipes on how to stuff your how to stuff your spouse and preserve them for 10,000 years, you know. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm just getting a little goofy now. I got a great big mess to clean up that I didn't make, but so I'm in a really weird mood right now, kind of not feeling good, and I thought I got my work done earlier today, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. This is the thing, and I have OCD pretty bad, so when there's a mess around like that, it drives me crazy. So, anyway. So, I probably will clean it up. Yeah, anyway. So, what do you think about people that are ignorant to things, and you might know something and you want to tell somebody else, but they're not even open to listen to you because they've got their mind set. So they're ignorant, stupid, as a matter of fact, and idiotic, and which is in a lot of times evil. But they're gonna act agorant, like I know it all, and the people I listen to know it all. So there's nothing you're gonna tell me, because why? They don't value the information that's handed to them. That's why. You can't talk to somebody like that. There's no conversation. And where there is no respect, there's absolutely no conversation, you know. At least as far as I'm concerned, I would never value a conversation out of somebody that didn't see me on an equal playing field with my mind and my soul, you know. It's like, nah. It's like some joker I used to listen to. If I had known that he was preaching the word of God and then telling people that Satan gets us first in the flesh, only if you're weak, that's how he gets you. Don't tell me who gets me first when my father's already had a hold of me all my life. On that, you can off if you get the gist. Not you, but you know. So whatever. Weakling, you know. I'm serious. He has a chance to get you, but not first. God owns our spirits. You can't even give it away. Satan can't take your spirit. He either owns you because you let him, or he doesn't. And if you're making excuses for shit that God tells us not to do, he owns you. So, whatever. Can't argue with that. People make their choices, you know. But I would have never watched a channel I wasted a long time on. I wouldn't have even touched that shit. Not even close, you know. So anyway. So no, I haven't been listening to it. It's not worthy of my time. I can't stand it. I'm about ready to drive where this person is and jack it against the wall and say, oh, you want to be teaching youngsters that this is okay? Slap, slap. You know, you feel threatened? Well, you should. Because there's some Christian moms out here that probably want to jack your shit. Because you're stupid like that. Especially if I had shared videos and any kids that I know had listened to it or watched it. You know, even young adults. Yeah, if I did, I apologize for that. If I led you to a stupid channel, I am very sorry. You know? So, the channel of the weakling. Yeah, channel of the week, get it? Yeah, who are we gonna point out today? This week. That week. You know. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna get this uploaded. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if it will upload right away. That YouTube hasn't even pulled up for me to get into my studio, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.